All right, quick little lesson here on something I call tolerations. And my wife and I, Andrea and I, sat down the other night just in preparation for a new year coming up here. And we were talking about what things we want to change and what things we currently tolerate in our daily lives that ultimately, at the end of the day, what hold us back from experiencing something better. And I always say, and this is something that a coach of mine has told me in the past, and I've read it recently as well too a couple times, is like, what are you holding on to? What are you allowing in your life that keeps you from finding what it is that you're actually looking for? And when you think about that, it's bothersome sometimes in the fact that why do we hold on to something? Why do we continue to do something? Why do we get enslaved to something that we know doesn't serve us, yet we are incapable of finding the discipline to sever that tie? We're being held hostage by that, which keeps us from finding what it is we're looking for on there. So what I want you to do is just look at your daily life. What are the things from a lifestyle standpoint, like how you sleep, how you eat, how you move, stress levels you keep? What are those things that you do that now are just kind of normal to you and you become numb to them to some degree that holds you back from finding what you want? So that's the first and foremost thing. Look at things in your physical world around you. How clean you keep your car, how you keep your house, your hygiene, even for that matter, like showering and brushing your teeth and cutting your hair if you have hair. What are those things that you do that you half-ass your way through on different things like that? Because when you do that, yeah, maybe someone doesn't know any different on there, but you do. And it starts to affect your self-value, self-worth. When it does that, it keeps you from ultimately taking that next step with what it is you're doing. What's the job you're in right now that you don't find any fulfillment from? And I'm not a big person of like job jumping and things like that, but if you're in a spot where you're just comfortable right now, and that's what keeps you there, you're there for the wrong reason in regards to that part of it. Things like how you talk to other people, how you talk to your spouse, how you talk to your kids. If it's not respectful, if it's not who you want to be as a person, stop doing it. And again, it starts with finding awareness with it and becomes something that has to be intentional after that fact. And you got to start keeping a scorecard. Like when those circumstances arise, are you capable of overcoming where you're at and what you typically do to make a better choice at that point in time? So again, this is about tolerations. Tolerations are what keep us from what we want. And that's the whole idea. The word toleration ultimately is we tolerate it. Even though it's not good, we tolerate it in some crazy, nutty way that we never get rid of it at that point in time. So again, look at your basic, simple things in life. Look at your lifestyle. Look at your the physical environment around you. Look at your friends. Look at the people you hang out with. Are these people you tolerate that shouldn't be in your life to some degree because they're not moving you forward at all and you can't benefit them in any way either. So these are all different things. The other things like tolerate thoughts. What are the thoughts that go through your head? What are the things that you constantly think on or get consumed by? Or what do you tolerate from an emotional standpoint? Are you constantly negative about stuff? Like some people say, I'm just negative. That's BS. At the end of the day, it's choice still. It's a choice whether or not you're a positive, optimistic person. Some people have to work harder at it. Some people have to work harder to form a new habit about it, but you can do it. And it starts with, again, drawing a line and saying, I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. Rather than starting a New Year's habit, start with looking at tolerations. What am I not willing to tolerate anymore? What's the non-negotiable things in your life you're just done with at this point? Great lesson, great place to start. Start with an awareness, get intentional with it, keep a scorecard for some feedback in regards to that. And in some cases, finding somebody that helps hold you accountable to that is a great way to stay on track.